ETM heads up, and welcome to another Seshew Animated Nature Freestyle Friday. And before we start going through our freestyle, we would like to go through our recitation of the offering formula, and I believe it is St. June that is going to honor us with the recitation. So I'm just gonna quickly go through and share the offering formula, and St. June is going to take it away. So, yes, whenever you're ready.
Okay. Hotep. Um, it's the offering formula we recite. On the top are the hieroglyphs. In the middle is the transliteration. And on the bottom is the translation. As we always say, the pronunciation right now is tentative. We have ongoing work to correct the historical pronunciation. So what we use right now is Egyptology speak or classroom speak. So I'll go ahead and start. Hotep Dinasu, Wasir Neb Jedu, Netra Neb Abju, DF Peret Karu, T Heneket, Ka Aped, Shes Meneket, Meneket, Ket Nebet, Neferet, Wabet, Anket, Netraim, Inka Ni, Imaku, Aku, Ma'akaru. And at the last part of it, we add in Aku for ancestors, but during this formula, you could add in any names of your ancestors or anyone else that you would like to give this offering to, offering formula to. So with that, let's start the show. Oh, let me read the translation. An offering the king gives Osiris, Lord of Jeddu, great God, Lord of Abydos, so that he may give verbal offerings in beer, bread, ox, fowl, alabaster, and linen, everything good and pure on which a god lives, for the Ka of the revered ones, the ancestors justified. Hotep.
Excellent. That was Iker. So let me get back the window, and that give me a few seconds. Well, yes, dua for that. And before we begin, first of all, I just like to apologize for our lateness, and we will definitely try to work on being on time. Sometimes we might have technical difficulties, but if you're watching live, yeah, our apologies, and hopefully you get to enjoy the show. But yeah, thank you, Will. But before we begin, I'd like to introduce myself first and foremost. Ren Imiket Aku Kishai Akinyi. My name is Imiket Aku Kishai Akinyi, and I would like to give a chance to the other brothers on the panel to introduce themselves. So go ahead.
ETM Hotep, welcome in peace. Rennie June. My name is June. Thanks for tuning in. I hope you guys enjoy the show and leave satisfied. Hotep.
ETM Hotel, Rennie Sean. Uh, Welcome in peace. My name is Sean. I'd like to welcome everybody to the show. Hopefully, we get enough participation from everybody on this piece that we have. And I'll leave the best for last.
ETM Hotel, Dua Duau, Dayan Unk Ujal, Zeneb, Rennie Kofi Paisai, Hotel Pesu. And on behalf of the Seshew crew, we would just like to welcome you all to the show.
Dua for that. And I don't know. Before we begin, is there anything that anybody would like to bring up for discussion or anything like that. Whatever you've heard through the week or anything like that.
Well, somebody tried to bring back the argument. Some somebody tried to bring back the argument that Yahweh is written on the stones and Kemet.
All right. Okay.
Yeah,
Interesting.
I saw that post, and they said the Hebrews are claiming that, but I have yet to see any of the evidence that supports
What
that claim.
what claim is it,
Um,
child?
but it's saying they see Yahweh in the hieroglyphs, but obviously we're dealing with people who haven't studied the language, and they don't know anything about uh, you know honorific transposition. We have the way words are grouped. I just see so many faults in that claim. Even when it comes down to the historical pronunciation, it would not be anything that sounded like Yahweh. Yeah, there's just a bunch of problems in that claim, and I have yet to see any evidence to support it.
Okay. Well, yeah, interesting. Usually, with those kind of stuff, we need, it's always easy to get by with primaries and, knowing how to read and just evidences. That's what we always say.
Exactly. That's why it's really so important that we learn the language. And I just wish that people making those kind of claims would put forth more effort into actually learning the language or script.
Right. But what I'm going to do right now is share the screen of what we have for the Freestyle Fridays, which we have these two glyphs, or two inscriptions, not glyphs. These two inscriptions. I'll present it to everyone, and hopefully it will be showing on YouTube. And if it's not clear on your YouTube page, what you should do to kind of help correct that is go through the cogwheel on the bottom bottom right of your screen, and you'll see the settings. There's a cogwheel, and you can actually adjust your settings to at least higher than from 480 pixels and above. Then that will usually help correct the situation. So yeah, but I think it's showing on YouTube. And yes, I would like to welcome our you know members on the YouTube chat section, which is we have Hotep, Shizmu, Pizza Amon, we have Sinet Monica and Sinet Lisa. So Hotep and welcome. So I think it would be wise to kind of just start through. I don't know if it's clear enough, it's big enough. I don't need to zoom in or zoom out, do I?
It looks good on my end. If anybody is having problems or need us to zoom in, please let us know.
All right. So yes. Before we begin, I would just like to summarize the whole 4 steps that we go through when reading, reading and translating inscriptions. And there are the 4 steps which we're going to be going through. Some of them we don't emphasize over here, but it kind of goes through real fast because it's a Freestyle Friday. But the 4 different steps that we have is the first step is to determine the direction in which the signs are to be read, and then the second step is to identify and document each and every sign that you have on the inscription. And then the third step is to group the signs into words, and that can be searched in the dictionary. We're not going to be searching into the dictionary today. It's freestyle. And then the fourth step is to come up with a sensible translation. Now, I just like to note the translation varies as long as the meaning stays the same, but the transliteration should be accurate and the same across the board. So those are the 4 steps that we'll be going through, some of them fast today. And I think I will let somebody on the chat actually let us know from the first inscription what direction or directions the signs are to be read in. Okay, Shesmo already did. Right side is left to right vertical, and the middle left is right to left vertical. So he says right side, and I am guessing he's talking about this side. He says right to left, and then this side is talking about vertical. Right to left. What do you guys say? So this right to left and this right to left. I think this is left to right. That's what Shesmo was saying.
Yep, that's good. And we know how to determine which way to read the signs or which way they're facing. You want to face into the glyphs. On the right side, we see a couple birds facing to the left side, so we know we read left to right. And the
Okay.
opposite for the left 4 columns. We see a
Got it.
couple snakes. Yeah, the horn viper and the cobra looking to the right. So we know this is a right to left. So good job, Shesmu.
Yes, that is correct. I think somebody else also got it. I believe somebody else also got it right. That was Nasir. Left to right, other side right to left. Both ways vertical, Sinet Lesser says, and that is also correct. Okay. So then I guess the second step usually is identifying and documenting the, each individual signs, but we're not going to do that. What we can do, we assume that everybody's kind of gotten their monoliterals. So what we can do real quick is just to point out some of the signs, the biliterals, triliterals, and probably determinatives, whatever it is that we have. Doesn't have to be everything, but what you could point out what you see. Maybe I'll let Senshan, you know. Sean, you there? Or if he's not ready, maybe Kofi. So
Yeah,
Kofi,
yeah,
you can.
yeah. My bad. I'm sorry.
Okay.
But if Kofi want to go, he can.
Okay, just
But
go
our
ahead
names
and
the
identify.
same.
Yeah,
Okay.
go ahead.
Uh, all right. So we already named which direction we're going in the chat, and I'm not gonna go over where the Shanu's are. So I'll start in the middle. I want to do the yeah, right there where your cursor was. Go back. We want to start off with the D right there. There's a buy. There's an Ankh below the yeah, right there. Somebody might be like, well, how do you know that's an Ankh? Well, based on the way it's positioned, and we don't see too many glyphs with that type of a top to it. And behind that is the Wa scepter. I believe it's a scepter behind it, if I'm not mistaken. Um, and then you have the Neb below that, the V30, the basket with no handle. I'll probably say this right. I'll say it's an R11, but I always seem to mess up the sign name. No, hold on. All right. And Of course, we see Hotep 3 times in the second column. We got to skip this next one. It's a bunch of monoliterals right there. I want to go with the ib. I'm gonna skip that up top. That looks like the half a real right with the tail right there. Is that what that is? Like a box with a. And then at the bottom, the wit, the X-Man belt buckle, per St. June. We can go over to where the Shenus are. We're above it. Of course, you see Sarah. Next to that, you see the Nasut and the Biti. We have the Netcher and the Nefer signs above the Nib. And then the Tawi, 2 lands. We have ear for the eye. I want to so bad say Irwet. Yeah, but the eye right there inside of the Shanu. It's the gaming board on that one. I can't make what's at the bottom, so I'm gonna skip over to the other one where we have the Ka. And then of course we have the Ra sign. Yeah, I named enough.
All right,
Hey,
that was excellent.
do
And
I?
the heavy. And I think usually we can actually just let me see what they have on the chat before I skip along, because there's probably some others who identified some signs in there. Um, yes. So let's see. We have some that has gone and identified some of the words. So let's see. Just try to scroll up. So Shazmi says, I see word jet, top right. We will see where the word jet is at. And then we have King of Upper and Lower Kemet Sarah name. Yes, that is correct. And then it says Lourdes, we will see. Let's see. Then the supplants, Nefer, Nature. Yes. Okay, so let's make this easy, a little bit organized, and just call this. We can call this the first column, the ones that are to be read from right to left. If we call this column 1, column 2, column 3, and column 4, and then we'll do this later. This will be the last. We could call it column 5. But if we start from this part, if anybody on the chat probably wants to give us a transliteration, full transliteration, and translation if you can. So we just if you do any of the other parts, we'll start with this first one. This will be the first column. So if you're in the chat, just type in, and we'll give you time, of course, to chat in, to type in your transliteration. And I should say, while we're doing that, if anybody also on the chat at the same time would like to tell us what kind of formula they see in this inscription, because we've talked about a few formulas that we should know right now. So
Yeah, we can.
Yeah.
Hopefully, they're familiar and can identify it. But we see it a lot, and we have damage on the top and the bottom. So just being familiar with this formula and seeing it so often we know pretty much what it says.
Two. So I see. Okay. First, yes. Nasir. Yes, there's me at the bottom of the first column. That is correct. I'll just go ahead and point that over here. So we have the me. That's the milk jug. So that is good lookout. Excellent. Iker. And Shesmu says Jed Medu in. And not quite. But I see Setep is in the chat. Setep, you need to get in here if you can. Um, but yeah, Setep kind of went and gave it away. So it's the Jed Medu in, Tiani, and neck. So Jed Medu, Tiani, and neck. Without Jed Medu and
Yep, it's gonna be the cobra, and then the walking stick. Jed Medu.
so yes, that is correct. June, and but yes, we're still waiting for somebody to put in the transliteration. Okay, somebody did. DNE and Ek West was Nebet Shed Mira. What do we see here? What do you guys say about that on the first?
That was pretty good. D and neck, Anquas, Neb, Jadet, Mira.
And Jadet,
Oh,
and then there's Neb. I think
oh
there's Neb
yeah.
down
Yep.
here. Yeah, Neb
Jadet, Neb,
Mira.
Mira.
Yes, and then I'll
Yeah, this ought to be easy for
just
them.
Right.
yes.
I was thinking the same thing.
I mean, this is something you see all the time. I mean, the glyphs, Unkwaz, Neb, Jaded, Neb, Mira. I mean, you see that, pretty often.
How do you,
Yes, and I just like to add, so just be mindful where you how you write your D and E and neck, and where you add the dot. So that would be the only thing. But other than that, it was it was really good. Iker, go ahead, Senshin.
oh, that's exactly what I was wondering. I can't see the chat right now, but I was wondering how they were doing with the pronouns. Um,
So yeah, so how did they write it then? D period, I mean DI period N on dot K. I'm not in the chat neither. I'm just asking too.
Okay. No, what was written was D and then space and then double N and then space and then NKK. Oh, okay. So fat fingers. Okay, all right. So yes, but yeah, just be mindful of that. Hopefully, are you taking the classes? I think you talked about taking the classes, so that was good. That was to Nasir. So while he's so let him answer that. But that was excellent, very excellent. And so okay, so let's figure out how to get step in here. And while I don't know, anybody on the panel would like to take that second column, you know, that this part. And obviously at the chat, you're still typing, so feel free to type in, the column.
Yeah, if nobody, yeah, I'll take the second column. It's gonna be kind of funny, but hey, let me give it my best shot. Hotep D. Hold up. J D. J Medu. N. Jedmedu Inka. Jedmedu Hotep. Hotept. Then the T. So there's going to be HTP. T. Hotep. Hotep. Nebt. Saying it just is not coming out correct. Okay. Jedmedu Nk. Hotep. Tept. Is that what the T is? That HTP period T? The T is out by itself.
I have problems on that too. Saying, I mean, I have the Jed Medu, Dianic, and I don't know what I hadn't. I have trouble with that too. The hotel with the bread loaf, and the hotel with the bread loaf, hotel with the bread
Yeah,
loaf.
right. So I'm like, is Hotep T Hotep? Well, yeah, Hotep T, Hotep T, Hotep T, Hotep T, and then Nebt, Nebet. That's why you see me typing over here.
Hotep.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Hotepet? Is that a word, June?
Yeah.
All right. So tell peace. That's what I'm
Okay,
rolling with.
so
I'm staying there. Hotepet,
oh,
Hotepet, Hotepet, Nebet.
now I think Christopher with us had it right on the chat. That was good. It will be Jed Medu D and E. Okay, there's forgot to
Yeah,
add the
D
D
and
and E
E.
and egg, and then it would be the Hotepu Nabet.
Hetep. Oh, because it's three of them.
There's just
Gotcha. Yeah.
three of them, and sometimes they would, instead of putting three strokes, then it would be added three times
To Iker,
to.
Chris.
Yes, excellent, Christopher with us.
Yeah,
So
that's
yes,
right. That makes sense.
yes.
Hotepu.
So to put, and then you have to put then a bet. So it would be
Wet. Yeah.
all offerings in this case.
Medu Inka. In Ek. Hotepet wet. Nebet. Okay.
All right.
Yeah, I got you.
So, that just go ahead and do. I don't know if we did not do the translation of this one. So, anybody want to take the translations of these two here? So, kind of keep it flawless on the panel.
Yeah. Yo.
Yeah.
First car.
Oh, go ahead, June. Man, my bad. I don't something going on with my laptop. I can't even unmute my phone. I mean my oh damn, this ain't myself, man. Damn.
For the Jetman dude, we have words spoken. D and E and X. I have given to you. Um, then we have the Ankh Was Neb, and the Neb is after. So we're gonna use this Neb as all. So it's saying all life and what's it? Dominion.
Mm-hmm. All Dominion.
Uh,
It's another
mhm.
back. It's another basket at the bottom of it, which is bust up.
Yeah, I think that's under the Jedet.
Mm-hmm.
So all stability, like Raw. We at the bottom we have the me raw, which would be like raw.
Mm-hmm.
The second column, I think, Sanet, you said it a little bit, but it's words spoken. I give to you all offerings.
Two.
We also
So,
have the
oh, go ahead.
net basket, the net basket at the bottom. Yeah, so we're using this as a all.
Can you explain for the people in the chat why it would be all? I already know. I'm just saying for those that may not, that may not know, because you got the basket down there at the bottom. Not the basket, but the bread loaf down at the bottom.
Okay, yeah, thank you.
Huh?
Sorry. Yeah, so I'll just go ahead and explain. The neb is being used as an adjective, and usually when it appears after the nouns, then it will usually be you'll know that it is the
Oh no,
adjective and not the
yeah. I
noun.
mean, I was just saying for the T at the bottom. It may throw
Okay.
somebody else. Okay, so you see, like in the other column, we had was, Neb, Jaded, Neb. So we use all life, power, and all dominion, like Ra. So right here we have the same thing, but we have the bread loaf down here at the bottom. So I mean, so we have I have given to you all life. So is the T at the bottom of this one, which we know is after the edge, we will be all. Is it the T after the neb is because, okay, I have given to you. It is the feminine that is speaking this time, the masculine speaking over here, and it's the feminine speaking over there. Am I correct?
Yeah.
When you look, oh yeah, go ahead, Sergeant.
This deals with a little bit of the grammar, and I really can't wait to take that read the book and take the class by Saber. But but anyway, this neb with the bread loaf under it is a um adjective, and we call it attributive adjective. So it comes after the noun and usually agrees with the noun. So we know the bread loaf to be feminine, the feminine marker. So like yeah, like I said, the attributive adjective will agree with the noun. So if the noun has a feminine T marker, then the adjective will also have the feminine T marker.
So it
So
has
sorry.
nothing to do. So it has nothing to do with uh someone speaking. What I mean by
No.
someone speaking, I have given to you. So I'm saying who is the one that's giving the offering? Is it, that's why I'm asking, is it the female, or is it, because a lot of times when we look at it too, we know that the T is attributed uh to when a female is speaking. So that's why
Yeah, the person that's speaking is the lady right up under there.
right,
That's who's speaking.
that's my thing. That's what I was trying to get, was the T at the bottom. We know who is speaking. So that's why I said on one side you had the masculine, on the other side you had the feminine. You had, I have given to you life, power, and all life, power, and all dominion, like Ra. This is a man that is speaking on this side, and on the other side, it is a woman speaking. I am giving you um all offerings. So that's what I was saying. Who is the, that's why I asked who is speaking on both sides. That's why I said the masculine and feminine. I asked, am I correct? Because we know the T is attributed after when the feminine is speaking.
Not in this case. What you're speaking of is you have that's when you're describing the noun itself, and this, like we said, this one, the neb or the nebet, is an adjective. The other one would be when you're dealing with like the lady, this mistress, or in that sense, which would be kind of like describing a nouns in opposition or something like that, where you have listing. So then the bet will be describing the lady, or really that the basket will come right before the noun that it describes, and that it will not be an adjective. It will just be nouns in opposition, and then that's when you will get after the nebet that you see down here. Let me just let me go through. So
I
you would
got you now, that. Yeah, I
yeah,
got you now. That's why is
yeah. So
I got to hurry up and get on that grammar. That when I'll be glad when the grammar book come out, man.
right. So just for those listening, so the nebet would the name would come after that, but because this one is it's an adjective that is describing this way. So when it's an adjective, it comes after the noun, and that was what Saint June was describing.
Mm-hmm.
So hopefully that makes sense.
Good job, June. Good job. I just learned something, man.
Oh,
I
no
was
problem.
yeah, appreciate it.
No problem. I just grammar excites me too. It's just another part of the process. So hopefully all the viewers appreciate it too, and really work hard at the level that they're at. Um, so we can all do this together. But yeah, I'm looking out for that book and course too. And I think to take the grammar, you're gonna have to be able to show proficiency in this first level. So if you haven't, take some classes or join our Facebook group if you need help. Just working at it. So
Yes, definitely. So and just so you know, classes you can still, if you're watching, classes are still ongoing, so you can always enroll at any given time. Um so yeah, feel free to do that. You don't want to miss out on the grammar like St. June said, but you'll have to go through the beginners for that. Um, it doesn't have to be with us. You can, as long as you've gone through the beginners level, you can always and you go through the exams, you can always join our grammar classes.
hmm like I said, they just show suitable. Um, that a lot, and I can see I can't see the chat right now, but previous shows where people are really keeping up with us, so that's good.
Yes, excellent. And that was a really, really good question, Sen Kofi. So, hopefully, so we all get that a little bit clearer. Um, and I hope while we were doing that, somebody in the chat was probably finishing off the rest of the inscription. So we'll just look through and see if anybody did column 3 and 4 before we jump to the last column. So I think column 3 should be a breeze after column 2. Um, yes, was and Christopher with us. Yes, the nap is an adjective. It occurs in gender and number. That's correct. And so Shesmu said Jed Metu Tiani and neck. Jed Jed F neb.
Yeah, he's on fire today.
Right, and then Christopher with us says Jed Medu. Yeah, an ek Jefedu neb.
Iker. Yeah,
Yeah. Oh,
remember we just learned our lesson in the second row. So when we come back in this third row, it's going to be similar. So, but great job, Shesmu and brother Chris.
yes, I think that was Chris. Oh, whoever's talking. No, go ahead. somebody was about to say something.
Oh, I was just because I was thinking of usually the Jed for said, and then the horned viper as a pronoun pronoun for he or him. So when I first looked at it, I thought it said Jed F, like he says, like all he says, but after what uh, Sin Christopher mentioned, that makes a little bit more sense, and keeping in with the especially the second column, because we know what is it, Jedafu, Jedefu, how do you say it?
Okay, I think that was the correction. I think it will be Jed Medu Tiani and Jafau. So it would
Okay,
be
yeah, Jafau.
yes, that would be it. I think Black History got it almost right without the A. Yeah,
Oh, you got really low in that, or is that just my phone?
oh, no, I think I did.
Okay.
So yeah, so it would be for both Christopher Withers and Black History 365. That would be Jeff Fowl, but that was excellent. So go ahead, Sanju. You were finishing off something.
Now the brothers help me out right there, because we know that word to be also to deal with like provisions,
Correct.
stuff like that. Yeah, offerings, provisions. So basically saying I give to you all the provisions.
Yes, that was Iker. And so we should, then we have the last column on that section. Anybody can, if you feel free to go ahead and try it out. I'll wait for the chat since we have delays as usual, but we'll wait and give everybody a chance to go through this one here.
It's a little bit of damage.
Yes, so anybody either on the panel or on the chat. Anybody on the panel on the chat can take it. But we'll give some people, we'll give time. But yeah, so while we're doing that, I think I'm not sure it was because remember I think it was it I'm not sure if I'm saying this correctly, but I think in the probably from the old kingdom where they would list when they were giving the nouns in numbers and all of that, they would list them 3 times instead of using the 3 stocks sometimes. But we can check that. But yeah, this is what we're seeing here with that, with the hotep and the jafal, where it's written 3 times instead of 1 time with the 3 strokes. Yes, and feel free to ask any questions in the meantime. Is that the alarm for us to stop? All right, okay. So feel free to ask any questions if you have any questions. Otherwise, anybody on the panel want to try to take this one here? This or any part of it that
Are the first 2 signs, is that the M23 for Sue, the sage plant?
Nah, those Peter.
Yeah, okay.
sorry, I didn't hear you say, Sean. What did you say?
Oh, I was saying that it wasn't the M23 like the Sioux. It's the I think those are the 20. What is it? 20 M21. I'm trying to figure it out in my head.
Okay, could be.
Is that Nin?
Yes, I think it can be used for nen,
Yeah, NT.
but I mean, yeah, I think we see it also on this part, so that might be a clue. You know,
Yeah, I think what you call it got it in the chat.
Is that Sinin? Sinine?
No, I think it's NNT.
NNT?
or it could be it could also be neheb because you can use it for
Cause I
neheb.
know
I'm just guessing.
what you got right there. That's I think that's Nibet. That city over there.
Yeah, it looks like that part would be uh nehebet.
Yep.
So maybe this will also be nehebti. I'm not sure, but this part is damaged, so we don't know. So I don't know if it's the word for the whole of this and what comes after, if it's the determinative to let us know what we're talking about. But I'm guessing uh, yeah, this will be difficult because if we say nen, um, will be nen for no, and will what it be negating?
Yeah, that's a good question. I mean, I just threw it out there, NT.
Oh yeah, it could be also nenti. Probably there's a place nenti. So we don't know really because of this part here is a little bit damaged, so we would not know. On the freestyle, we will not know what we're dealing with, you know. So it could be nenti, like senko. If you say nenti with this and describing something, or it could be nehepti. So we don't know that part yet. Uh, so maybe we might actually just go over this and leave that. And if we can't, we can go over the dictionary later and try to figure out, since we're having damages and we cannot piece them together.
What's that sign above the mouth?
Above the what?
Above the open mouth in that column?
I've been trying to figure that out too.
Like a big rectangle?
Oh yeah, this one is it looks like the sorry, it looks like the jar symbol. I'm not sure, but it looks like the jar. We might have to figure it out. Look into the dictionary. But looking at the open mouth, I'm guessing it is jar, and that the open mouth will be the phonetic complement. That's my guess right now.
Yeah, I'm gonna have to look that one up. What do you know the description or what
Uh,
grouping is categorized in?
not sure, but it is like I'm not sure the grouping, but it's a basket with it has a basket with what is it called? It has different definitions. I think some is like with yeah, I'm not sure really, but there's a basket with some things out of it. Whether it's boiling water or whatever, I don't even know. I have seen different descriptions, flowers or something.
Okay, do a
But it is the bilateral with the uppercase D and lowercase R for chair. Somebody in the chat, feel free to help us describe that. But I guess this will also be a name of a place. So probably this also, because I'm looking at, yeah, maybe Jer and NT. Because do we know of a place named T? Kofi, you know places.
I was trying to figure it out. I don't know. I don't know. I hadn't seen maybe all of that's going to be together. That whatever you said that was at the top, the open mouth and the T. But I definitely hadn't seen the pencil and the reed leaf and the Newit sign as a T as a location. So maybe all that's going
Yeah,
together.
yeah. So probably this also had this one also had it's the name of a place, and this is also a name of a place, Jerty, Jerty. But yeah, so just be mindful. We're freestyling, so some of this we probably have to go through the dictionary um when done. So we can skip that for now, I guess, and try to so we can finish this on time and go through this part maybe more clues while we're doing that. So we'd like to jump over this part if nobody on the chat. Let me see. Nobody on the chat actually has come up with anything. So on the last part, we can work on this and then come through that later. So here we have Shenus, but I just like to say, okay, the part we've already done this top part, which is Nechabet, which is a location as we can see, and then we have the names in the Shenu. Is set up there? Maybe set up can take that.
Say what? My bad.
Yeah. Do you want to go over the names in the Shenu?
Oh yeah, I can do that. You have first one what's that left to right? Nasut Biddy, and you have Sa'unk Ka Ra. You have Sa Ra, Menchu, Hotep. Then you have in the third line over there. You have um, Neter, Nefer, Neb, Tawi, uh, Neb, Irit, and I don't know, it's damaged. But I could see you have at the bottom D Jed Was. It's probably Jed, just from
Mm-hmm.
being familiar with that little bit of that little formula there after the names.
Yes, I think yeah, you're correct about that. And this is we didn't include this on our directions, so this will be read in rows, from left to right as Satep has um done. So that would be D Ankh Jet Wars, and then this probably is Jet, like you say as well. You know, from what we are familiar with in the other inscriptions. So, but it is damaged, but that's the hype. And that's what we would gather from what we're familiar with.
Do you think the last part of the last column it says Ket Neb Iret Ket?
Oh no, that's tricky.
The Lord of doing things.
It could be. We would never know though.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's a good question. So that actually could be, definitely. Or it's damaged, so we will not know. But from what I think, since you're doing that from the experiences that you've had with inscriptions, which usually sometimes
Hey, can we explain honorific transposition um in the first Shanu column that we talked about? I mean just for the panel clarification, all of them should know honorific transposition because I know they see the Ra at the top, so they might some may be why he didn't say Ra first, and he said Sina Ka Ra. Oh, excuse me.
yeah.
Yeah. Usually, when you see Ra or a divinity, well, I don't know. It's kind of tricky because Menchu is a divinity, but when dealing with Ra, if you ain't in the New Kingdom where the Ramesu dynasty is, Ra is always going to be pronounced. Sorry, Ra is going to be pronounced last. So with the honorific transposition in this one, I know to start with Sa'ank instead of to make it make sense. You know, basically saying I think it means I know Sa'ank means to sustain, or he who sustains the soul of Ra. That's what I believe it means. So if I'm translating it, I'm gonna make it make sense. So to make it make sense, I would say Sa'ank Ka Ra.
Usually
And
there,
then
that's correct.
yeah,
Yeah,
and
go
then in
ahead.
the second one, you have Menchu Hotep, which basically saying is uh Montu or Menchu is pleased or Menchu is happy. So to make it make sense, you wouldn't say Hotep Menchu, you would say Menchu Hotep. So it's basically you use the honorific transposition for it to make make sense when you translate it over into English.
Yes, that is correct. Again, that you're right. The honorific transposition with the names of the deities most of the time will be included first, and then also, like you noted, is you have to walk through the grammar, because if you kind of just translate it from the top, or then it will not make sense. So this is where probably the grammar again will come in, and like you say, is it will make sense. So this will be like you said, the one who sustains the car of Ra. So if you had to read it from the top, you'll find that your translation will be all jumbled up. It won't make sense. So that will also be one way to kind of help you figure out how to read it. But yeah, so I think we've gone through all of that. The only thing that is missing is this bit. So I don't know if we would if anybody on the chat came up with the names, or we then if not, then we might just, so that we end this with a full translation, we might actually have to go through the dictionary, since we've been freestyling throughout. But as said, some signs we cannot just we can't guess. So to have a good conclusion, we'll have to go through the dictionary. So nobody has gone through that. I don't know if you guys want to go through the dictionary and try to find this last column.
Yes. I guess. I don't have access to. Oh, I guess I could go get on in the dictionary.
Okay. Who tips in which one?
Hotep family.
Just
Can you how's my mic?
your mic is good.
My all right. Do I?
Yeah. So I don't know when you joined in, but I think we've gone through all of this, and we just left with this bit here, trying to figure out what it is. And Duas and Sean just I think let us know that. Let me check again. Got too many windows open. Okay. It says M37 bundle of flax. Yes, that's what it is. So that is this little that part here.
Oh, okay. Yeah. Okay. I know what it is now.
I think we'll just go through the dictionary and find.
You find it, John?
I'm opening up my dictionary right now, but I see what sign he's talking about. It had threw me off. Um, but yeah, after giving me that description, I know what sign he's talking about.
All right, so So we're going through the dictionary right now, and on the chat too, feel free to go through the dictionary, and if you come up with the transliteration, put it in the chat as well. The chat has been doing great so far. Anyway, so I'm gonna be doing that as well. Mm, Just what is the Gardner code for the peso? Anybody knows that?
The pesto is U33.
Right.
Yeah, and phonetic value TI
Okay.
in this instance.
All right.
I'm coming up with NNT, then the damage, and then of course you'll have some bread loaf right there. So whatever it is, I have a bread loaf underneath it, and then you have the dir, and then T Nwit. Even though I typed it wrong.
Oh, okay. Because the knew it is a determinative, so I don't think it would actually.
Oh, yeah.
Let's see. In the chat, what do we have? Um, yes, we're working on the last column. If you're on the chat and you're wondering where we are right now, it's on that one that is marked over here. We're trying to figure out what it is, if it's a place or what is being taught. Yeah.
Yeah, I don't know. I can't find anything.
Yes, this is a little bit difficult and sort of very unfamiliar to me. Um, yes, this is the silence. The dead silence when describes our working. It's really quiet.
So is that what you say that was, June?
Which one?
That little this the rectangle with the little thing on the back of it, like a little
Oh,
tail.
capital DR, Jur.
Oh, let me see. Let me open my.
Okay. Hmm.
I was about to ask a question, but it looks like what I'm looking for in the dictionary.
Yeah, this is a complex one. Okay.
Hey, I know them cities is sometimes you can't find them.
Yeah, my guess is looking at this part here that this is probably a city and that's another city. uh, just like we see on this other side. But and only I'm saying that because of this last three clips, and I'm thinking that's part of that comes with that as well. So then there's that bird love right there. So I'll check on the chat real quick how far then let's come up and then how far have we been by?
Yeah, it's a tough one, especially with the damage. But yeah, we know names and some locations sometimes hard to find in the dictionary.
Yes, I would say the same thing. And since yeah. So is it Shazmo is asking about let's see. Shazmo wants us to do translation of
Of what?
inscription
Translation of this one?
of the whole inscription.
Yeah.
Just give it around.
Well, I think we're gonna have to do some more research on that last column. But
Definitely.
first column word spoken. I've given to you all life, all dominion, all stability, like Ra. Second column, I have given to you all the offerings or every offering. Third column, I have given to you all provisions. And then on the right side, we have the couple names from the titulary, the Suit-Biddy name and the Sarah name. Great, what's that? Nature Nefer, like great God, Lord of the two lands, Lord of doing things.
Mm-hmm.
Or yeah. And then on the bottom, give life, stability, dominion forever. Like Raw probably. Or at least
Yeah,
at
yeah,
least forever.
right. Okay. So yeah, that's excellent. So I don't know if that helps.
You happy, Shares Boo?
Yeah, we probably have to we've been going through and going through the dictionary and ironing everything out and putting it up on the website. So look forward to this and other shows being documented and where everything is not as freestyle like we do tonight.
That is correct. So, and obviously, all the Freestyle Fridays that we have up here, we are archiving them on the website, with the transliterations and translations. So, what we don't complete here will be available on the website, like Sinju noted. So, okay, this will be part of it as well. So, if you're interested in this, make sure that you go through the website as well, because we'll definitely have to go through this and give it a clean sweep and you know make a proper translation and transliteration. So here, I don't know what else we have here. We have the figure in here, but it's not very clear. But I don't know if anybody wanted to discuss about that before we. I don't think we'll have enough time to go through the other one. Would we have
The
enough
chat
time for
gonna say
this?
sleepers for the week.
All right, so then we will go through this. We should actually it should be easy now. We'll probably let everybody in the chat go through that.
Yeah,
But this
this one ain't that bad right here. The other
right,
one.
so
Probably
this
should
is
have did the other one first.
yeah. Okay. So
No
somebody in the
no
chat.
damage.
there's no damage. So you have 2 minutes to go through this.
Yeah, we see the same formula at the top. We had the damage on the other one, but it's the Cobra with the walking stick.
Could
Two.
the third row
Uh,
be a
you skipping?
clue? Could the third row, where you see the placenta, bread loaf, and nib sign?
uh,
Nah,
okay.
never mind. Never mind. I was.
Third. Okay. Okay. So just for the people on the chat, or those listening, just to let you know. So we'll just keep it proper and just mention that we should probably call this column. No, I will just on the chat. Somebody should just let us know real quick. Direction and why. Way to read this real quick. Then we'll name the columns. The chat is always excellent, so that should take 2 seconds.
Yeah, I was looking at this side for a clue for the other side where it's damaged.
Oh yeah, yeah. That's always good to do that. That's excellent.
Well, we see the same location that we saw on the other side. This bundle of flax isn't so much of a rectangle. This is yeah, can really
Yeah,
tell.
you can see the
Yeah.
detail in this one.
Yeah, you can really see this one really good. So we
Yeah.
know we
So
got the same location.
yeah. So this part is probably, like we said, it probably was the location as well with it. So these two are locations, and in this case, even if we don't find it in the dictionary, we might have to read it as we see. Probably like saying coffee said Nanti or and Charity, and this would be places, locations. I'm guessing. As Saint June also noted here, we get kind of some clues while looking through other inscriptions.
I know they got it. Left to right vertically.
Yes, Black History 365, got it. So that would be vertical left to right, and we're doing that because we can see the animals like the cobra in repose. We see animals' body parts like the leg are facing left. So we'll be reading into the signs. So we'll be reading left to right, and it's in columns. So it'll be vertical.
Yeah, shout out Black History 365, man.
Yes, and just like to note that subscribe to his channel. He has a lot of educational stuff going on, and it's actually really nice to learn through it with well put.
Yeah,
It's fun.
he putting in that work. I seen a post where he teaching the kids too. Had the kids drawing uh Medu Nature, Sesh Medu Nature.
Yes.
So yeah, that's good, man. Keep doing your thing, man. We see you. And also let's say we have the 30 days of scribing. That made me think of that. The 30 days of scribing. So don't be intimidated. Just, scribe and just participate because that's what it's about, getting better.
Yes, definitely. So, and scribing kind of helps you with, you can't just read. If you read, you should know how to write. So, we are scribes, or we also aspiring scribes. So, we would like to learn how to not just read the Sash Literature, but also how to write it. So, we are fluent in it. So, and yeah, Black History 365 is doing a great job teaching children how to write, and he has his YouTube channel. So subscribe on that. I think it's the same as the name, Black History 365. So subscribe to that. But yeah, so and he's right about the direction that we read the signs in, and um anybody wants to identify just some signs that are not monolithals real quick, maybe one or two on the panel, feel free.
Yeah.
San Antoine has paid. I don't know if he's still there. I can't see because I'm showing the screen.
Yeah,
But
he's
you
still
know,
here.
okay. So San Antoine's in, in the low. So I don't know. Do you want to go ahead and
Say, you want me to describe some signs? All right.
yeah, they're not monoliteral satellites, just so people can hear your voice a little bit.
No problem. Sure. We have in the first column. Uh, in the first column, have D, the pyramid shape. In the front of that, we have Neb with the basket, I believe. Yep. And then Was, Neb again. As we go down, we have D, the jet. Then we have the T next to that. The back, the Neb again. So I guess the other one above the other baskets are probably K's. Dot K.
Yeah.
Those baskets right there. That's gonna be dot K. And the other baskets, or the other ones that look like baskets, are gonna be Neb. The Neb. Let's see. Then we have the rib. I'm blanking my mind, so I'm gonna come back to it. But up under that, we have the ib. I believe up under that, we have the ib, and then we have the neb again. Next column, only thing I haven't said on that side is the like the nefer symbol, and then up under the nefer symbol, we have the I want to say IW, the arms is either TW or IW.
Um, where on this column?
Yes,
Okay.
help me out. The looks like the
That at the top or that.
yeah. Sorry about yeah. No, up under the open mouth
Okay. The
right here.
yeah, the tethering rope.
Yes, the tethering rope. Then
Right.
on the next column we have the two heels. Um, that's pretty much everything else. One of the things I see that we haven't that are minor literals. Now, I know the tethering rope. I know it's IT when it has the legs. I can't remember what it is when it's by
Is
itself.
the uppercase T, the monoliteral side.
Right. Okay,
Yeah,
that's right. The uppercase T, and then the legs make it the I uppercase T, and
correct.
then the rib is gonna be AW. Do I send shine on that one? Then we have the once again in the last couple we have the men board. We have the T again. Montu. All right. So looks like y'all probably already did that one in the last one. In the location again, which is what I'm really trying to figure out. You know how it is when something like that pop up, everybody want to be the first one to figure it out. So I'm trying to figure out what this city is or this location is. So those are the biliterals that I recognize. Hopefully, I didn't give too much away, or hopefully, the audience can still participate and add more to the conversation.
Excellent. That was Ike. Yes. Yeah. So that was actually good. And because this ones we have like just the signs with no uh most of the stuff you definitely have to give it away anyway because they appear as they appear. So it's pretty straightforward.
Yeah, I'm kicking myself on that T. I've been looking through biliteral so long I forgot the capital T. I guess I want to say IT, but yeah, that's right.
Yeah,
Capital
but you
T.
know what? It's funny because the more you kind of like get into the glyphs and accumulating your vocabulary and all of that, you kind of realize that you start you know uh memorizing the difficult ones and then kind of start losing grasp of the monoliths, which is shameful to say, but it happens.
Now
Sometimes you have to combine. So
what happens with me a lot is like I start recognizing words. So I'll recognize the words as English before I recognize the Egyptology speaks or the transliteration. And so that's what be making
right.
me, making me upset about. Like I said, that Montu over there, stuff like that. You recognize real quick, or thank you.
Yes, definitely. So let's see. So we start with the first column. Is anybody that is so this we will call this the first column, and the third and the fourth, and then obviously this will be the fifth and the last. We can't really. I think this. I don't know. This we cannot read, so we can guess, but yeah, we cannot go through it right now. So we'll just start from here. So that's got the first part. This should be easy. I think we kind of went through it before. And Sean had already did that. So if y'all remember, please. But let's see if anybody's got the first part, the first column that is. Hmm. Okay, I see. Christopher jump to the last one. Let's see. I can't really scroll all the way up. Um, Nobody's gone through the first. So, oh wait. Okay, and Black History has gone through probably the second one. Nobody's gone through the first. Okay, so I assume we didn't go through the first because we already did it. So I'll just go ahead and read it real quick. So that's Jed Medu Dianianek Ank Was Neb Jet Nebet Jedet Nebet. So then we'll go through the second one, and I think that's what 365 Black History 365 already did. Said Jed Medu Dianianek. No, he already did the first one. That was excellent, actually. Yes. Ank was Neb Jedet Nebet. That was correct. 365. Just like to know, Jed Medu D-N-E-N-E. I'll just write it real quick on the chat, just how it's supposed to be written, because everybody's kind of writing it. Yes, Dua Aziz fault. That's we got that. Jed Medu D-N-E-N-E. Right. I would Ib Neb is done as well by Aziz Fall, Hotep. You guys agree with that? Jed Medu, Diani Anek, Seneb, Awit Ib Neb.
Seneb, Seneb Neb, Seneb Neb, Aoud Ib Neb.
Correct. So yeah. Seneb Neb, Awit Ib Neb. So what's spoken I give to you all health, happiness, right? Or joy, or Awit Ib.
A
And
stretched heart, a long heart.
yes, correct. Okay, and somebody probably I saw Nefer. So Christopher Withers. Let me read Christopher Withers. For the third column, what he has is Jed Medu and Ek. Yeah, it will be Jed Medu D and Ek, and then Het Nebet Neferet, and then it's a Her H. What do you guys say about that?
You got it.
Yeah, sounds good to me.
Okay, so yeah, this is going fast.
What is it, John? I've been looking too, man.
Which one?
What you talking about? You found that city?
Nah, I
Man,
didn't find it.
hey, don't say that yet.
Uh-uh.
All right, my bad.
Okay.
Oh no, I was just saying he got the third line, the third column.
All right, and then we have the fourth column, and I believe Christopher Withers already did that as well. Jad Medu di Enianek Nabet, and that is also correct. So word spoken, I give to you, or the foreign countries or land or hill countries, and then yeah, this is going fast. So this one I think we should already have gone through on the first, but I don't know if anybody has gone through that. I'll just go through and look real quick on my phone. Two directly, yes, it is correct, but the transliteration is not correct. Seshew, but is that Neb Montu? Asks Nasser, and it will be Montu Neb. So it will be the other way around. Montu Neb, and then Jareti. So probably Montu Lord of of Jareti.
Yeah, so this would be the other use of this sign. We were talking earlier on how the basket was being used as an adjective for all or every. In this case, although it's the last sign in the column, it's actually the first word in the next phrase. So it would be Montu, Lord, and then of this location that we still need to find, Jerity, Montu, Lord of Jerity. So in this case, it won't be used the same way as before. So we see the both of the ways that it's used.
Yes, that is correct. So that also just going through this other one can help us sort out the last inscription. So this was definitely the location, and that as well as we guess. So we see here, this is telling us of Montu, the Lord of, and you always cut, the Lord after the Lord of. Um, it comes the location usually from what we see. So we'll take it as that. So that was pretty quick. Everybody, I think, kind of the chat kind of really did a good job getting that done. So Iker and Duau for that. So that's pretty straightforward anyway. Um, but I'd just like to note before we close out on this part on the freestyle bit, and feel free to ask any questions if you have in the meantime. Um, you know, figure out these places, even though we know that the places will give more details after we do a proper transliteration
All
and
right.
translation and put it on the website.
Yeah, we can go back to that other place real quick, or the other can go to the other slide real quick. Other picture. All right, so we know we get the places for Montu, so you could pretty much search the places that he was represented as far as where he. Some people say worship or his cult was located or what have you, but what I'm coming up with is it's that D I guess it's DSR or DR sound.
DR, yeah,
Yeah, it
uppercase
was
D.
translated. Yeah. So it was translated, I guess, into Greek as HER or as Armatet or Hermatis. And
Oh,
so,
okay, interesting.
if you're interested in looking that up, that would be capital HER Montihis.
Mm.
Hermantis. That's goes. I guess one of Montu's main places of veneration.
Yes, actually, that was excellent because, as you noted, we'd have to go through Montu or any other deity in case it was some other deity that that had the names that we were not sure of. Then we'd have to go through some of the epithets and you know figure out what that would be one of the clues, kind of give us a real quick way to find what we're looking for. So that was a good. It's good to note that. It's excellent. Okay.
Can anybody guess the what dynasty this is? Or know
It's
who?
it's gotta be like 10 or 11. One of them two. Probably 11 though. I think it's
And why
Montu
you
now.
say that?
I think because I know Montu the second, but this ain't Montu's second. So it's either got to be the first, second, or the fourth, or the first. Got to be either the first, third, or fourth.
Yeah, no, you got it. It's 11th dynasty, Montu the third.
All right. So let me see. I'm trying to see the chat and see what else we have. If we have any questions. Okay. What was that? Jetty is the city of Asset and Nebethut. That's from Christopher with us. Uh, so yes, we'll definitely have to go through all that and good, but that was good. So he says Jetty is the city of Asset and Nebethut. And somebody's asking what god is that? Is it Haraketsi? That's Shesmu?
That's who. That's what it looks like. But I would have to see the whole thing. But those two plums are throwing me off. But if I didn't see those two plums, then I would say it was Araketi. But those two plums are throwing me off.
Okay. Somebody says it's Montu with the afro. Okay. Black History 365 is asking about when the scribing class will begin, and that the date is still tentative, so we'll let you know on the. We'll definitely let everybody know when that is set, but it's still putting up the last
I
bits
can't.
together.
Sorry about that. Yeah, I can't see the chat. How is Chris spelling that location?
Um, spelled as Jer, uppercase D, lowercase R, and then TI, space TI. But the names that you say, those were the Greek translations, right?
Correct.
Okay. Yes, and for the person that was asking, let's see, what was it? Yeah, it was this one here. Um, the image is not entirely clear on this part, but I believe this because we're looking at the inscription and it mentions Montu. So I believe this probably will be Montu. I'll just zoom out a little bit. It was that what they were asking of the god. I'm not sure because we went through the chat. It's a little bit farther away.
What's on the Oh, we know that the Nusubiti's on the other side.
Um,
Because basically, he just gave us two, one long stellar, but just two separate parts,
yeah,
right?
right.
Yeah. So on the
But
other side would be Mitsubishi. So, and he asked us that Raketi. Yeah, might be right about Montu. I never seen Montu like that before, but it might be right because I never
right.
seen Raketi with the two plums. So those are two good questions.
Okay, so because the Montu you can see sometimes there are two plums and the the hawk head or hero head. So
Yeah, whenever the plums back there, that's Montu.
yes, so that would be
Now, if it
Montu
ain't
with
got
the
it right
apple.
there, just the solar disk, then it's gonna be right.
There we go. Teams win.
Yes, so hopefully that answers the questions. I don't. Is that the divinity Montu? Yes, the Nasser. That is correct. And I think we are pretty much done with. Them. So again, teams win. Good job with the chat, and the panel. So we managed to walk through those two clips. I'm going to stop sharing this particular one if there's no questions regarding the inscriptions again. And then I'll just leave it
Good
open for
workout.
any kind of discussion.
Hey, hold on before you stop sharing. I have a question.
All right. Okay. I will share again.
It's gonna be quick.
No, it's all right. You just said it while I hit stop. So
To
give me
to
2 seconds.
the left of the inscription on the first picture we worked on. Okay,
Okay. Mm,
is it me or do you see the Q3 and the pool underneath the Q3 is like pattern going down the wall?
okay.
I mean
Hold
down
on.
the.
Yeah. I'm trying to share again. My computer is a little bit slow. Don't know why I started sleeping. So I'm presenting. Yes. So you said on the first inscription. Let me go through that. Um. Where again?
Right there, far left. Like
This way or
yeah,
this way?
you go over to your left again.
Right.
Right here. To the left.
This is my right. This is the left. So let me know.
He's talking about to the left,
You
to the
talking
left,
about all the way the last column,
Okay.
all the
Yeah.
way, yeah,
Yeah.
right there.
like
That
like the
Yeah.
border. Yeah, the border.
Okay. All right. This.
Yeah, right there. Then it
Mm,
just looked like a bunch of
a bunch of what?
it looks like the Q3 and the pool, the mat in the pool,
Oh, okay.
just has a border. Yeah.
Yeah, it is a border, and we know that it will not be the Q3 and the water pool because then with the columns, again aesthetics, where everything is proportionate
Hmm.
and these columns are this wide. Nobody's gonna squeeze. No scribe gonna squeeze this unless they want to get whooping. I don't know. They won't change and make the columns all of a sudden smaller and uniform with the rest. It will not be pretty. So we will take it as is the border. It's just the border,
Dude.
guys. And there's no point to be feeling like that. So, but yeah, good question. So, is there any more questions? Just oh yeah, Shazmin says it's just the border issue. But yes, it's the border. Do I and yeah, so I'll stop sharing and yeah, decorative border. That's correct. Yes, sir. So I'll go ahead and stop sharing, and I'll feel free to I'll just open the floor for just any kind of discussion right now.
They're still having class right now, right? It was a Friday night class.
Not sure about that.
Yeah, I hadn't seen Tony pop in the chat. He usually jumps in at the last minute. So I'm and Judy, uh, Bachmont.
Yes, so they'll come here at some point really sharp at it. So that's still good. As long as we are working on the glyphs one way or the other, it's excellent. But yeah, we really appreciate that it's Friday night. It's like really late, and we have all these our chat uh members participating and really focused on this. So we really appreciate that because it's not really what you want to be doing on a Friday night for the regular folks. So you know so much appreciated. And yeah, so we all learning and sharpening our skills together. So the participation. Yes, Netless, we will not be seeing them for the next many weeks. Well, not so many, but we will be seeing them, here and there. So, if we don't have any more questions, um, then I guess I don't know how long we've been running for. We might as well, 1 hour 41 minutes, something like that. So we can go ahead and close out. Unfortunately, we could not get the call in. Hopefully next week. But we'll go ahead and close out. But so before you close out, just make sure if you haven't enrolled for the classes and you're really enjoying this, make sure you do enroll for the classes because it's even more fun. And yeah, sharpening your skills. But I don't know. How about we let setup close us out if it's there?
Yeah, I'm here.
All right.
All right. Yeah, thanks everybody for joining the show. Appreciate everybody's participation. Everybody in the chat did a good job. We learned a few things from the chat, so we always like the interaction with the people. So with that, I'm gonna say Shimon Hotep.